Think about your last bench press session. Did your shoulder ache afterward? That dull, deep pinch you brushed off? That wasn't soreness. That was your rotator cuff begging you to stop. And every single rep made it worse. 35% of all weight training shoulder injuries start on this bench. 80% of them trace back to bad form. You've been murdering your shoulders for years. Hundreds of reps, thousands of pounds. The bench press isn't the problem. Your form is. And today, the Rep Reaper is here to fix it. Here's what's happening inside your shoulder every time you press with bad form. The damage is silent, cumulative, and irreversible if ignored. Your shoulder is a ball and socket joint. The humerus, your upper arm bone, sits in a shallow socket called the glenoid. Above that socket sits the acromion, a bony shelf. Between them runs the supraspinatus tendon, one of 4 rotator cuff muscles. When you bench with bad form, the humerus slams upward, crushing that tendon against the bone. That's called shoulder impingement. The number one killer is elbow flare. When your elbows point straight out at 90 degrees, you're in the danger zone. 90 degrees of flare puts your shoulder in maximum horizontal abduction. The tendon gets pinched with every single rep. Imagine doing a bench press shaped like a T. Now imagine that T slowly crushing a rubber tube between 2 rocks. The fix? Tuck your elbows to 45 to 75 degrees. Your arms should form an arrow, not a T. Mistake number 2. Your grip is too wide. Hands wider than 1.5 times your shoulder width? You're hurting yourself. Research shows a grip that wide increases rotator cuff load by 30%. 30% more stress for 0 extra muscle. A wide grip feels like it targets the chest more. It doesn't. It stretches the anterior shoulder capsule under heavy load. The fix? Narrow your grip. Your forearms should be vertical at the bottom. 1.2 to 1.5 times shoulder width. Mistake number 3. Your shoulder blades are flat against the bench. You're pressing with an unstable base, and your shoulders roll forward. When your scapulas aren't retracted, the subacromial space narrows. Less space means more compression on the rotator cuff tendon. Pinch a pencil between your shoulder blades. Pull them down toward your hips. That's retraction, and it's non-negotiable. Retracting your scapulae expands the subacromial space by 30%. That's 30% more room for the tendon to breathe. Mistake number 4. The bar touches your upper chest instead of your lower chest. That's the same as flaring your elbows. A high bar path forces the shoulder into excessive horizontal abduction. The rotator cuff takes the hit every time. The fix? Lower the bar to your nipple line. The bar should arc, lower chest to mid-chest at lockout. Here's the complete setup. Lie down, plant your feet, retract and depress your shoulder blades. Grip at 1.3 times shoulder width. Tuck your elbows to 60 degrees. Lower the bar in a controlled arc to your lower chest. Touch, don't bounce. Drive the bar up and back, finishing over your shoulders. Exhale at the top. That's one safe, effective rep. If pain persists, switch to dumbbells for 4 weeks. They let your wrists rotate naturally, reducing shoulder stress while you heal. Add band pull-aparts and face pulls to your warm-up. I am Roman Rawld. 5 minutes before you bench can prevent years of damage. The bench press built your chest. Bad form built your pain. Fix your form, save your shoulders, and keep reaping gains.